You guys don't know what's going on here. We have a Trump case. Trump is forced to pay $355 million because of fraud. If you guys haven't read this, it's pretty interesting. Many celebrity investors from Grant Cardone to Kevin Leary all said that this was just crazy. Okay, this is going to be a massive turnoff for some of the biggest investors of New York because Trump basically didn't do anything wrong, according to many celebrity investors. They're all saying that Trump had like a $400 million building. He took out a $200 million loan as a collateral, worked with a small regional bank so he could build more skyscrapers. It's pretty normal, right? But apparently he slapped with crazy amounts of fraud, which also caused a massive New York City trucker boycott. The latest just came out here. We do have a trucker on the road. If you go on X and check out what this individual has to say, basically saying that, hey, the boycott to New York City, it's still growing. It's not slowing down. Many people right now are thinking that the whole boycott situation, truckers boycotting New York, is over. But guess what? It is still happening. It's growing. And it's not slowing down because the misconception right now is the whole trucker boycott is over. It's fizzling. But he's saying that there's a lot more loads in New Jersey and New York. There's not enough drivers. Okay? There's so many drivers short in the U.S. that even Biden is thinking about pouring millions of dollars into the truck industry to train more drivers. DeSantis in Florida is pouring millions of dollars to get more people into the trucking school. We're short 80,000 truck drivers, right? By the end of the decade, we're short 200,000 truck drivers. And yes, there's autonomous trucks like the Tesla semi, but you still need a human being behind it, right? You still need at least one person to truck. When there's such a big truck shortage, this is what's happening here. Okay, many people are claiming that the New York City boycott has failed, but many reports are suggesting otherwise. If you check out some of the videos on TikTok, for example, people are showing their own experiences about the trucker boycott. For example, this video of trucks going through the New Jersey Turnpike, one of the main arteries to New York City. It's mostly empty, right? There's 6 lanes. 3 on the left is mostly for residential small pedestrian cars, and the 3 on the right is mostly for Class 8 semi-trucks, these massive cargo trucks that are shipping goods to New York City. And the trucker is saying that this may seem full, but it's usually 3 times to 5 times more full. This is actually considered super duper empty, and he's wondering that if people are just not shipping loads to New York City, which he is correct, because if you check out other people saying is there is just way more loads in New Jersey and New York. It has never really happened before. There's always been about a 1-to-1 ratio drivers and loads, but suddenly it seems like many people are just super turned off on New York, and they just simply are absolutely done. The trucker boycott is still continuing here, with many truckers saying that, not every trucker is boycotting New York City. Obviously, there's actually a lot of truckers out there who actually want to still ship to New York City, right? But many brokers and trucking companies are offering people top dollar to ship to New York City, like an extra $2,000 to $3,000 per load, which makes things just so much more attractive. So when you have extra pay for loads being shipped to New York is going to get what they want, right? But it's all going to be a little bit more expensive. If you check out a few years ago in the trucker boycott of Colorado, just 12% of truckers boycotted Colorado, and Colorado was basically on its knees. Now there's about 22% of truckers boycotting New York City, and as time goes on, goods will get more pricey. Okay, it's getting big. Okay, people keep saying that trucker boycott is fizzling out. It's really not that much. There's even people calling truckers dumb, which I say is a very, very bad thing to say. Okay, they're the backbone of the economy. We have a very lousy rail system. So basically, most of our goods are going to be shipped by Class 8 semi-trucks. And we're actually in a trucker shortage. How are you even supposed to fire these guys or replace them? Many of them are independent drivers. Many of them drive for themselves. They independently choose loads. They're not chained to one single broker or company. And there's a shortage, guys. Okay, these guys are the ones in power, in charge, and in high demand. They could go where they want. Not to mention, New York City is also screwing everyone by launching this huge toll system. I mean, there's tolls everywhere in New York City, right? People complain that NYPD tax them. There's bridge tolls, road tolls, but there's new tolls. One of them is from New Jersey to Midtown Manhattan. Trucks up to $36. That is super expensive. On top of everything else, on top of potential cops ticketing you, speed traps, there's cameras actually catching you. It is really expensive to go to New York City. In fact, most people go to New York City, they at least get one ticket of some sort and pay 40 or 50, even more on toll tax. It's super expensive, super crowded. New York City is super anti-truck, just simply based on the prices and also all the other conditions. And now, guys, the trucker boycott is still continuing. It's still growing pretty strong. And many truckers are just simply very quiet, and they just don't want to go to New York City anymore. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below, and see you later.